Mind. 1-0. Game 2 of this best of 5. Well, I say best of 5 of this 5-game series. Set. I'll get it right eventually. We have Nod, who are sticking with the same sort of lineup: AMX 5100, AMX 1390, 2 T69s, a T50-2, and on the other side, mine is going for a T2, some Panzer II, T50-2, 2 T69s, and the AMX 1390s. Now, for people who've just tuned in, the AMX 1390 is that sort of tank that is, although fast and has a lot of damage, isn't very accurate, especially when firing on the move. Now, that's why we see the T69, which is actually worse for that, but can look down.
Yep, under pressure.
That's one thing the AMX 1390 just can't do. Exile straight to the hill.
Yep, just like last time. But, as we've said through this series of games, ooh, that on fire and no fire kit?
Fanat is taking a lot of damage. He's trying to get out of there, but he must have taken engine damage and everything, and was taken out by Exile without receiving any damage in return. Yeah. That's huge play there for Nod, and a bit of a mistake there for Mind. He's going to be gutted.
Yeah, he could have been hit by the Sturmpanzer II, but because he was sitting in the open very long. But it must have been looking somewhere else.
Must have been. But here we go on the other side. The T2 light tank, now the only scout left for their team, sees the Art of War, and the Art of War takes a lot of damage from either side. He might actually go down here, really unexpected, and he does. Well, losing a T50-2 was bad, but losing an AMX 1390, that was unexpected.
Yeah, that was really weird, actually.
He was just out of place. The T2 spotted, and that was the end of that.
Yeah, and he decided to go a straight line away from the enemy instead of going straight for the rock right in front of him.
If he took cover, he might have had a chance of actually surviving that.
Yeah. But again, panic does a lot to you.
It does. It's so much easier to sit back and go, well, I would have done this. What a noob. Yeah. Really, when you're in that situation, you get blinded. You're trying to get out of there. You got your pressure of your teammates. You're letting them down. You're dead. Oh, damn. It's so much easier to sit back here and say, yeah, this is what I would have done.
Yep, why didn't you do that? Yeah.
People in the chat, shout out to them wanting to see the TOG used today.
Yeah.
But here we go. Dimika goes up the hill here. Oh. Can't hit the Exile. Exile's opening fire, but we got the entire move of Mind coming up the hill, taking down Nod's scout. Nod doesn't have a reaction for this and just lets them take the hill.
Yeah, they should have, because yeah, if Valors decided to just go up there and get some shots off, he would highly likely be hit by a Sturmpanzer 5, which would have been supporting the hill push. At least it should.
Sure, but then we got the situation where they would have died. He would have taken a lot of damage without doing much. But if all of them were there, that would have been actually a lot better for them on the basis that they received. They would use most of their shells. They use a lot of their shells already. Yeah. But the M1ND taking risky shots there over Mark and not able to do any damage. But here we go. The enemy Mind have realised what's going on here and goes, you know what? I'm not going to let you sit there. I'm going to come round and actually deal you some damage. Slava's backing off, scared of the Mind team as they come round the corner, but he is able to get away. In the meantime, the T2 Light has actually got round the back, and I Love Electro is trying to respond to take him down under artillery fire. But a few seconds reload time. I Love Electro has the time to get round the back as Hilma manages to give him the ring of roses, but it didn't last forever, and I Love Electro did manage to take him out. However, Nod are in a lot of trouble here as they're surrounded. They let the hill go down, and that is the disadvantage of letting the hill go. You are surrounded, and the enemy have much better mobility than you do.
Yeah, we just saw the gun elevation fail on the MX-100. That would have been no problem if that would have been a T69, of course.
Yes. And Varus is now surrounded, taking lots of damage, and will definitely go down. This does not look good for Nod, as Mind are showing really strong performances today.
Not going down without a fight.
I Love Electro's doing some serious damage here, trying to take him out, but whoa. Quick fire, boom, boom, boom. The pack wins. Now, this does definitely seem like it's a strength of numbers tactic on this map. Every single team is a case of, okay, let's stick together. The only one who was largely successful with keeping them separately was Lobster at the start. They are the only team that really kept themselves separate and supported each other from a distance. Yeah. Whereas we've seen them so far being, well, 2-0 now. That's the first time we've had a 2-0.
Yeah. Surprisingly.
Look at the observers, how much damage they've done. We have the AMX 1390 there doing 182 damage from Benya. Shout out to him. And the T69 from Zik. So there's where the damage came from, guys. The Sturmpanzer 612 managed to land 4 of his shots. Also a big decider in that. But great damage here from Bo Pobby as he manages to get 767 off. Pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good, sir. Yep. What can Nod do to get back onto this, though? They seem to be outplayed by Mind entirely thus far.
Yeah. It's pretty tough to say, actually, because the only thing that I can see is different. The difference is they have much faster tanks in the 1390, but other than that, the 5100 has the firepower.
Yeah,
but the longer reload.
I'm not sure if it's their tank choices that are really causing this this 2-0 victory. It's the tactics where Mind are just outplaying them.
Yeah.
Nod seems to give up the hill. We did say that you can win without the hill, but Nod seems to not even scout it. They have no vision of the west or 2 areas of the map usually, and it bites them in the ass both times so far. They seem to neglect their scouting a significant amount. They need to, well, get more information.
Yeah.
They need to be informed.
Yeah, and we saw on the with Aces SJ, they pushed a light tank up onto the I don't really know where it is on the map right now. In, I would say, D5. There's a small ridge where you can use the 50-meter rule to scout like a fourth of the hill. So at least they were doing it, but we have seen nothing of the likes. They're not even going up to the entrance up there of the mine, of the hill. The mine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So scouting, yeah, is one keyword that they're missing in.
That Nod are missing, definitely. Yeah. Nod seems if they get, they've got this thing about them that they're relying on positioning and not on their their scout, their information. They seem to think, well, we don't need to see or know anything. They're just able to do what they do, or they're just willing to do what they want to do by, I don't know, seat of their pants. But if you've missed it, guys, we've got the results here today from the other matches. We have Synergy versus Lobster. 3-2 from Synergy in a close game that went 2-2. Eventually, in the middle of the last game, Synergy snatched it from Lobster. Very close games. In Aces versus Aces SI, or SJ, sorry, very, very, very close up until the 5th game, where Aces just dominated Aces SJ. They found their weakness, dominated them, they pushed in, absolutely cleared them. Currently in Nod versus Mind, we are 2-0 up for Mind over Nod. And they are currently seeing if the teams want to do any changes to their lineups, because, well, Nod must be thinking to themselves that it just isn't working for them. It isn't working. For me, they're my fan favourites. I mean, named like Nod, the Brotherhood themselves, I was like, yes, they've got to be able to show something awesome. But I Love Electro is changing his tank, or are they? Coming back when Exile's obviously staying the same. T69 on the Beisel.
Yeah.
Beisel? I'm not sure. Beisel or Beisel? Beisel. Put on the Russian accent. Beisel. And coming in with T2 Light for I Love Electro. They are fixing their issues with scouting. Yeah. They're going, okay, this time we're going to take a T2 Light and a T50-2. Well, we'll see what that does for them.
Yeah, interesting.
Easy enough. Child of Corn has actually been subbed. Wasn't he in the first battle?
Yeah, in the very first battle. Maybe he didn't do good.
Yeah.
It is money they're playing for, so.
Tomorrow's schedule, for anyone who doesn't know, we will be casting again from the same time of 6 Central European. And that will be Push versus Gra TM. We also have New Star versus and I'm trying to read them. Fast Lost. There we go. Fast Lost. Gra versus Red Rush. Oh, sorry, just Rush now.
Yeah.
And Loyal Team 1 versus Unity. Now, Unity Rush are obviously very well known. So is Gra. So I really expect some big things from them. I can't wait to see them tomorrow. Right now, we're waiting on the fixes from the judge. Anna is the wargaming judge, I believe. I think it's the right word to use. The viewer, the observer,
The referee.
the referee. That was the word I was looking for that I just couldn't get through my lips. But there they go. And the battle is starting.